Well, welcome back to another episode of True Talk, and it's really good to be here. We're excited to be together and be back in front of your screens. We're here with you know him really well. This is Tyrone, and man, it's been a little while since I've had you in front of the mic here on True Talk. But how you been, bro?
Yeah, I've been good. Just been doing the same old thing, just working and family life and learning about the higher source.
That's awesome. Yeah. Well, we've got a really good podcast and episode here prepared for us today, and we're going to have a wonderful time getting through it. So as we always do, I've got a Bible verse that we're going to open up with, and I'll read this. It's found in 1 Peter chapter 2 and beginning with verse 21. It says, "For this you were called, because Christ also suffered for us, leaving us an example, that you should also follow his steps, who committed no sin, nor was deceit found in his mouth, who, when he was reviled, did not revile in return. When he suffered, he did not threaten, but committed himself to him who judges righteously." And I remember, Tyrone, earlier this week we were catching up over a Bible study at your house, and we were kind of looking at this verse, eh? And it kind of, this verse resonated with what we're going to talk about today with you, eh?
Yes.
Yeah. So so just talk a little bit of how you think this verse it's got your story in this verse.
Yeah, all boils down to my mother. Yeah, so just having her faith in me, just about the Lord, and just wanting me to get on board and follow him and follow his footsteps and help do his job. Yeah, and just what I've been learning with yourself and myself, and just the little things that she tells me and that, and Bianca, it's just it all comes together, and it's exciting, and so and it's enjoyable.
Yeah, absolutely. So that's the story of Tyrone now that you just shared there. And I guess this verse here is talking about a Tyrone long from here, a younger Tyrone that was somewhat confused and somewhat challenged in many ways, had a lot of fire and vengeance in him. And so, look, growing up without much support, what helped you keep pushing through some of those challenges that we've gone through in your first episode? But some of those challenges, what you talked about your mum. What type of role did mum play way back then?
Oh, just the little things she taught me, just always be kind, helpful. Yeah, just try to be a good person, and just pretty much love everyone. So and it was pretty hard because as a young fella, it was just me and her, and just growing up, I had low self-esteem. So that was a big challenge, and getting judged of the colour of your skin, or just even by your own family, family members, about just the things you did, and growing up with low self-esteem, and to where I am now is where I'm more open, and I don't really worry about that stuff anymore. So and I'm working on I work on it every day. Just confidence. That's one of the main things. Just having confidence in yourself, and back then as a young fella, I just always just felt not loved, not wanted, and that's just not myself. That would probably be 90% of young Indigenous men. We just it's just a bit harder than the average like, you know, average race. So yeah, so like you just gotta deal with like all these ups and downs, and like one of the things like that kept me going a lot was like my sports, because like I was just good at stuff, and like when people see you're good at stuff, like they give you little props and stuff. So like yeah, but on the other hand, like just, you know, drinking and smoking, and like the other side of like growing up with what you see and like what you pick up, yeah, it's not good. Like, yeah, just the environment, like, you know, it's just, yeah, it's reckless. And like yeah, and we all, like, you know, like I said, 90% of us young Indigenous boys and men, like, you know, we all go through it. So we all got like a similar story to tell, and yeah, me to tell mine. So like and like just like the self-esteem side of things, like it plays a part, like, because you just feel, like I said, you just feel like you're not wanted, you're nothing.
All right, so let me jump in here. Paint a picture for our audience, right? So people who are listening who maybe haven't been brought up as an Indigenous or hasn't associated with anyone that isn't connected with what you're saying here, paint the picture, right? So describe what it's like being an Indigenous young person walking into a room, and yeah, just
I still get it today, but like it doesn't worry me. So like, yeah, being like, you know, the only black person or colour in, like, you know, in the place where you're at the time, like, it's you just, yeah, your ears stick up, because like, yeah, you just know you're getting watched and judged for just being in the room and having a different skin color. So like, and it's sad, because like we all humans, and like we all got feelings. We all got a mum and dad. We all got a brother and sister. So like, there's really no difference besides color. So
yeah, that's right.
and like being a colour boy growing up, it's like, yeah, like like I said, I wouldn't change things, but like things could have been a lot easier. Like, you know, a lot easier. So like but like I said, I wouldn't change that, and kind of turned me into the man I am today. Like, you know, will help in a lot of directions that I did choose. Like, you know, and they have been good ones. Like, I still got a long way to go. Like, but I'm here to talk about it and share my story, and like, and not be a gambling fella. Yeah. So like, I want to be. Yeah.
Well, bro, around this table, we all got a long way to go.
Yeah.
So, you know, none of us have reached that place, you know. So yeah, so, you know, take us back to that person that's you know, that's being racially profiled or stereotyped, whatever word you want to put it there, you know. How does that Indigenous person leave the room then? What do they take with them when they leave that experience?
Oh, they leave with anger, and like, just don't care about the world, pretty much, because like, people don't care about you, and like, so why should you care about anyone else or anything else?
Yeah.
So like, and that's where, like, I think myself and a lot of, like, you know, other brothers and sisters out there, like, you know, it's just our bad choices that we made and like make, and when we could have made good ones, because like, there is a, like, you know, there's always good people too. Like, there's not, like, in all races, so like, but majority, like, you know, majority of them still judge us. So like, they mightn't show it, but well, the feeling,
Yeah. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
You know, you hit on a good word there, feelings.
So like what I mean by like you can like feel their vibration, like frequency, like just and you just feel it.
The
So, like,
the negativity.
So
Yeah.
like, and that's where you when you walk, that's where you feel like, oh, you say things and you all these bad thoughts go through your mind and like probably a couple of hours later you probably did do something wrong, or like, or yeah. So like so yeah, we do leave the room like with some bad thoughts and and like just felt like nothing. I feel like nothing,
Yeah.
and
So
which is like horrible feeling.
yeah, absolutely. So those feelings then, you know, and we're painting a picture for our audience, right? So those feelings then that are swelling up, and sometimes they can be controlled, sometimes they can't be controlled. You know, oftentimes that person that's hurting reaches out for quick things to try and
Well, that's what I mean. First thing, like that will probably go to is drugs and alcohol. That are like to fix us up which it's making us worse. So that's where like if we do things differently, like the outcome could be differently. So just be careful of the choices. I know I know it's hard, but like I said, like being Indigenous or like any person of colour, like they will feel like this. So it's not just myself.
Yeah, true. And you know, for Indigenous families, when you've got uncles and aunties and grandparents that are all speaking down into this same thing, like, you know, this happened when I was a kid, and this and watch this group and stay away. Like, it constantly feeds into it, eh?
Yeah, well, it never goes away because of what you just said, like just the negativity and the people just like what they talking about like is not like is not good. So and you and your like your sisters or your brothers or your cousins, or you with like we all pick up on that and like listen. Like there's like a lot of Indigenous kids sitting like with their parents, uncles and aunties, and then pops sitting around a table yarning, and like we all out there, but we can still hear it.
True,
and it's not nice, like because it's just it's a sin just judging someone, like so and that's where like we got to work on too. As Indigenous people, like stop judging, like each other, and if you see your brother or sister doing good, give them like go over and say whatever you're doing, you like
talk them up, eh?
Yeah, talk them up and like give them props. Don't bring them down, like thinking like that's just like that's where we go wrong in our community too, is just judging, and like when one of our mob doing good, like they want to bring them straight down, and instead of like being right beside them and be a part of it.
You remind me of that old saying, crabs in a pot. You heard that saying, eh? One crab trying to crawl out, getting the freedom which way, and another crab pulling them back down, eh? And but that's a reality, isn't it? Like it's not just a saying. Like that's real.
Yeah, it is real. So like, and which is sad, like because like I said, judging someone is a sin, and like I didn't even realize just judging someone was like a
big time. So it's it's I know you got a whole lot more to share, and I guess it will come out as we go through. But jumping on what you touched on there, with our elders and our families, our uncles, our aunties, and extended friends, whatever. when all that negativity talk is continually being passed down to
For-
next generation, there's got to be a state or a time where it says, no, we've got to change, you know. And I guess what we're talking here on True Talk is about being catalysts of change.
Yeah.
That's what you've chosen to become.
Yeah.
Is
Well,
that catalyst of change, eh?
well, like, you look back at it. Like when I go home, I see the same thing, and like I suppose if you go back home, you probably see the same thing. It's like it's just the same cycle. So like this generation will see this generation do it. So the next generation and the next generation, it's the same cycle, doing the same thing.
Yeah.
Like, you know, fighting with each other, mob fighting with each other. Like, you know, that's, yeah, it's not good. Like, and it's sad, and it's still going on today. I'm like, you know, we really need to work on it, and like, and it all boils down to like, yeah, alcohol,
Yeah.
the poison.
Yeah.
So like,
And if we follow the trend, because alcohol was something we're reaching for to help with the pain.
yeah, with all that, like I was saying, like you said, like with all that,
Yeah.
like, you know, talking,
Yeah.
it just builds up. So like,
Yeah.
so and you just say to yourself, like, you know, I'm just gonna go and get
Yeah.
a big bottle and stuff this, like, you know, yeah. So like, and that's what's sad. Like, you know, if we just say we did things differently, like if we did do like a bit of corroboree or dancing, connecting to the land and to our, like, you know, spiritual, like to our ancestors and the higher source. Just imagine like all our community, like, you know, it could be a lot better. Just, yeah, it's just like just seeing the same cycle like every generation, like, you know, it's just and it's the same families
Yeah.
doing the same thing with each other, like it's
Yeah.
and like I said, like we need to lift each other up and like, you know,
Yeah.
give each other props and like, yeah, you're doing good, brother, you're doing good, sister, like, you know, anyone, like, just, yeah, but like, you know, it's mainly our people that need that help and need to follow the Lord, and they can help them get to that right path.
You know what, bro? There's a long history in Australia of negativity
Yeah.
towards First Nations people.
Well, like I tell you now, like our people are, like, you know, addicted to guilt.
Yeah. Preach it.
They
Preach it, brother.
They thrive on it. So like, and the only thing they can do about it is fix it themselves.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. And I guess with that long history of negativity,
yeah,
when we have adopted that style of negativity on our own, that lateral violence across to ourselves, you know, man, like we're making it even harder for ourselves to get up.
what I said, see, like, well, like I said now, like ever since I followed the, like, you know, learning about the Lord more, you open my eyes more and I see things differently, and like just the English language, like what you got to watch what comes out of your mouth, because words are powerful and words are spells.
Yeah.
So like,
Yeah.
once you like, so I say, instead of like going downtown, like to the pub, to the pokies, spending all your money, go and, like, you know,
Yeah.
go to, like, you know, get a book or something, research, learn something.
Get a fishing rod.
Yeah, or do, yeah, or do something like, but like, that's the problem with us these days, like, you know, everything's just there in front of us. And like, you know, our memories, like, you know, like you gotta, like, you know, to use like, you know, to get to the address these days. Like, you know, you got the phone will take you right there to the thing where, like, when you need, like, you know, the whole book,
Yeah.
you got to do it. Like, this is all the things like your brain takes in, and like, you know,
Yeah.
but our memories is like humans are losing their memory more and more every day too, like just with technology and
I I remember
stuff.
using the old Refidex, mate,
Yeah,
to
yeah,
try
that's
and
what-
find.
that's what it is, yeah.
And it teaches you critical thinking.
Yeah,
like,
just-
what's the
just-
closest route
yeah.
to get here and there?
Yeah,
And,
yeah. So like,
you know, but when you,
just little things like that.
yeah, it's GPS that does all
Yeah.
that for us now.
Yeah,
and so
yeah.
we're becoming a numbed society on critical thinking and
Yeah,
problem solving, eh?
yeah, yeah. So
Yeah. Good point, man. That's awesome.
yeah, and like yeah. So and ever since I like you come into my life, we have that meeting, like yeah, like yeah, just the world.
And you know
I
what?
I see the world differently, and like just see how much like society our designed and like how evil it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So like that's what I mean. The devil's doing his work, and like once you follow the Lord, you see what the devil's doing, and he's doing it every day by like with your politics, with your government, with the banking, just with the doctors, with your GP, like yeah. Anyways, so that's what, I want to get into all that.
That's episode 3.
Yeah. So like that's what I say, like, and I wouldn't know this stuff if I wouldn't have followed the Lord, like like learning about Him and like what I'm seeing and like because I never used to want to learn
Yeah. Hey.
or like
Yeah.
or sit down and like do all that stuff like, but now I love it. I love
Yeah.
just like what I tell you about like always like watch and read and that like the philosophy side of things, so like, and that helps me a bit too, like just with my how I approach things and that too. So like,
Yeah, true. Well, in the Bible verse that we were reading, it talks about how Jesus committed himself to him who judges righteously. And it talks about how when he was threatened, he did not threaten in return. He didn't retaliate, you know?
yeah,
Man, that's a place, that's a spot to be in when
Yeah.
you can be, threatened or mocked or whatever words you want to use, but not being able to retaliate like that
Yeah.
in the way we want to.
yeah,
And this is where you're saying that this verse now, it's kind of talking about where you at now,
Yeah.
where with the Lord in your life, we still meet the same problems, the same issues, but there's a difference now.
yeah.
What's that difference? Loaded question, eh, brother?
Yeah. Oh, there's always a difference. Like, well, yeah, the big difference is like will be like I don't know what the conversation you and Mum was having, like
Yeah.
and like whatever is like the higher source did his job, and like look where I am now. Like I'm loving it, and like.
Just let me stop you there. Just to tell our audience, myself and Tyrone's mum were having the conversation for 2 years
Yeah,
before we actually sat around the table together. So if you're praying for someone, one of your kids or one of your loved ones, hey, don't give up.
Don't give up.
It's
Like, keep-
all in God's time, eh?
keep praying and like,
Yeah, and that's where we're at now. Like Auntie Shirley, your mum, she never gave up.
yeah, she never gave up, and like because she see like how I used to treat myself and my body and like my kids, and like just the snake eyes when you got the poison inside of you, and like the decisions that you make, and so like I'm just glad that she just was patient and just kept, and like and my my cousin, I take her as my sister, pretty much my twin Bianca, she's another one besides my oldest daughter, and and my uncle,
Yeah.
so like and like he's all prayed and kept praying, like and look where I am today, like and I love it, and like I won't turn back, because like no better feeling than like
Yeah, that's it.
following the Lord and trying to help spread His word.
So Tyrone, talk to me about the passionate connection you have with your kids, because your kids play a really important part in your life, and they were actually part of the decision. They were part of the reason why you wanted to change.
Yeah, well, like I said, growing up in Armidale, and like, so I just didn't want to bring my kids up there, and I just like, I knew there was a bigger world out there, and like, cause I used to come, we used to come up to the Gold Coast for holidays to my dad and my stepmother, and just every time I come up to them, like, they were there, like, son, you should move up, like, you and the kids, like, you and the family, like, it's just, like, get out of Armidale, there's better opportunities and just more out there, like, more stuff out there for you to see and and do and stuff. So like, so eventually, like, I woke up one morning and like after a big night out, and I don't know what I did that night. Like, I could have like come home and like been a bit growly and stuff. So, but the next morning, I just seen a look in my two kids' eyes, and like just the look they give me while just laying there, like, grog sick, and just from the, like, and like I can't do this, and like how could I do this to my two beautiful kids, two beautiful girls? So like, and my missus too, Christy, like, so like So eventually, like, we come up for holiday and never went back.
That's what Queensland would do to you, brother.
Yeah, so like we come up for like a 2-week holiday with my sister-in-law and her partner at the time, and my cousin and his family, and like we stayed over like in the Gold Coast over Mermaid for a week. Then we went to Noosa for a week, and after that we come back down. And the other families went their way, and me and my family, we stayed back, and just the extra week that I stayed, like, Dad and my stepmom Lise got like right into my ear, and like I think they even took the kids and enrolled them at school.
They didn't want you to go back.
So like eventually, so like I just said to Chrissy, you just go home and pack the house up, babe. And like, so she went home, and like, I stayed up, like, and started looking for work and stuff, and and that's how we've been here for like 17, 18 years now.
Yeah, wow.
And so like Gold Coast is my home, and like. I love it because like it just changed myself and my missus and my kids, and my kids, like, that was another thing I didn't want my kids growing up and they're having their cousins and their as their best friends and stuff and that. So like I didn't want that. So like
it's a bigger world, eh?
Yeah,
it's
so and they love going home connecting with like, with their sisters and brothers when they go home. And like
I'm really glad you're sharing this, bro, because this.
One more thing.
Yeah.
You know what was another big part of it was my self-esteem.
Yeah,
that was another one too, because like I was scared to get out there, and like because all the judgment over the years and the color of my skin. So that was another.
It's easier to stay with your own.
Yeah, so like just going for job interviews and like doing all this and that, and like you think, oh, are they gonna give me a go, or like because I'm a black fella, or like just all them thoughts from the big change that for what I did. But so they like, don't get me wrong, like I had a couple of good bosses and like they gave me a chance, and I thank them for that.
Yeah. And you know what? Like I'm really glad that you're sharing this, because what you just shared there is stepping out into the unknown, and all those things we're talking about at the beginning of the podcast, the racial stereotype, black fella in the room, they keep us locked in that sense of we don't belong anywhere.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to step out.
Yeah,
into a bigger field,
and like, we are the oldest culture in the world, so like and you get this, like, just things in your like, why do people like us? Like they should be embracing us being like, you know, the oldest people on the planet.
Yeah,
Like you know what I mean? So like, and like it's like if we get hated for that, it's not our fault.
yeah,
Like that he put us here first. Like you know what I mean? That's the highest source. He put us here first. So
absolutely.
like yeah. So that was a big part.
And you know what? It's not wrong for our families to want to put their families first. You know, and sometimes for that to happen, we have to break away from the herd, from the mob. You know, sometimes, and that's hard.
Yeah.
Like you've done it. Like you said, there was some fear there. But I guess this is where the connection with God comes in, because God encourages us. When you step into the unknown, God says, I've already been there.
Yeah.
Follow my path, you know, and we trust in God. Like you stepped into the unknown coming to Queensland. But now look where you are. Like how many 15 years later, you're not broke, you know, you've got a house. That's testimony in itself, isn't it?
Yeah.
The house and the answer of prayer to that.
Yeah, because well, like we've been talking about our house. Like we've been in our house that was at Highland Park for like 6-7 years, and like and then like the whole fellow that owned the house, like he was real like good to us, and like, but I guess he's like getting a bit too old and he wanted to sell off, so like he ended up selling the house, and like and just hearing that, like just the look in my missus, like, you know, just the reaction, like just oh, we're gonna be, like
Here we go again.
here we go, like, you know, and like but yeah, anyway, in the end, like we was feeling for all these places. We got good, like, you know, we full time working, and we got like you know, we got 4 incomes coming into the house, but like I'm the fella, like I'm the fella that pay the rent. But anyway,
hey, it's always the fellas that pay the rent.
yeah. But yeah, like it's just like, you know, and like we was like, you know, and like mum was praying, Nikki, and my little son, like, you know, he just kept praying, and he was praying for like a house with a pool and a purple room.
Look out, eh?
And like within a few days or a week maybe, we had a house with a pool and a purple room.
Isn't that amazing?
Just what like, and just like, you know, what he asked for, he got.
Yeah.
So,
And this is your son praying. this is Tyrese praying for a purple room.
And at the time he was only 11, because purple's his favourite colour.
Yeah.
So
Bro.
And it was actually like my missus' friend, like who she worked with. Like it was a spin out, because she started like working, and she heard like Christy and her boss in the conversation, because her boss was was going to help us too, like trying to get a house.
Yeah.
But like that lady, like who Chrissy's been working with, and that she heard the conversation, and she come over to Chrissy and said, I got a house for you.
No.
And that's the house that
And it's got a purple room.
and that's the house that we in now. So like,
Wow.
and we are so grateful for Kath and Mick, like that's their name, and like yes, and like we've been there for like I think 8 months now, 9 months.
Wow.
So and like it was yes.
You know what, bro? Sometimes we stay in our comfort zones and we deprive the character development that you're going through, that God allows us.
Yeah.
Being told you got to move out of your house, it disrupts your whole family. We've been there many times ourselves, but at the same times, it shapes us, eh?
Yeah, it does shape you, because like it's challenges.
Yeah.
So you like you need challenges in life to see your character. So
Yeah.
like, but like when you got kids and like
It's even harder.
it's kind of harder too. But like you just got all these thoughts going through your mind, like and like, you know, you just think the worst.
Yeah. And I guess this is where we want to share with Mob, you know, and say, hey, don't be afraid of getting out of your comfort zone. Yeah, there's going to be problems. You're going to have issues. You're going to make mistakes. But it's all part of living, eh?
Yeah, well, like you can't just have everything easy.
Yeah.
You gotta like like a challenge is just for our people to go out and, like to kill a kangaroo, kill a fish. That's a challenge. So you can feed yourself and your mob.
That's right.
Like it's just so like there's all other challenges out there that you gotta accept and just go for it.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Like there's a lot of ones I didn't want to do, but I got, like did it and like I was thinking, why did it take me so long and like
Yeah.
and why was I so ashamed and like but
Yeah. So, bro, what changes? What changes have you made so far in your lifestyle that you want to share? Some of these changes. I know in the past you've talked to me about music and education and stuff. But
so like changes. So like I said, I love to learn now. Like I love to like just try and learn something every day, and like just with my music, like I don't listen to negative music. Like I do sometimes, like just to build me up work me up in the gym
so
a bit.
you got a pump up list.
Yeah. So but other than that, like just because that plays a big part. Like I said, like mind can like stuck in your mind, and like and you want to be like them, you want to do things like them, and like So like music is like because it plays a big part in like with everyone. Just with the like what type of music they listen to, the violence in it, like and the stuff and that, and just and just like following the Lord, like just learning more. It's just it's exciting and like other than that, like all the other changes, I did. Like it was pretty easy, like compared to the ones, like that I overcome, like the really hard ones. So I think it made me in the man I am today. Like, and I just want to like get better and better every day. And like I know there's gonna be like challenges, and like I'm not gonna have the best day every day, but I will try and like and just
And having Jesus, and I want to say, I mean, to a lot of community, Jesus is a foreign word, or it's a it's a word that was introduced, like with a negative.
Yeah, well, that's what I was saying back home. Like, they use the Lord name in vain, like, and I was one of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, so, and I'm not very proud of it, like what you learn and stuff. Like, a lot of my people still do that.
Yeah.
As a foul language.
As a go-to cuss word,
Yeah, so, like, and that's,
Yeah. So having the Lord in your life now, that plays a role in the way you respond to certain circumstances you find yourself in, or certain things.
Yeah, I'm just a better person. Like, like people that grew up with me and like or know me, like they can see big changes in me. Like, they go, "Oh, look at Buddy Tyres, like he's doing good." Like, I wonder what he's doing. Like, but and it all boils down to like just he's like having that faith in me and praying for me. And we had that meeting. Then like 2 weeks later, I'm sitting down doing Bible studies, learning more and more every day. Like or when I can. So like it's good.
You were talking earlier, just before we started the podcast, and you were saying to me that you carry your Bible around, your little pocket Bible, and the Steps to Jesus books, and you were saying how people will be watching you, eh?
Yeah, well, like, cause I leave it at work, like, and like boys see me like read and muck around with it, or like they. Well, I was talking to one of my workmates today, and like he said, "Oh, you know what? I went and bought myself a Bible. Yeah, so like and that's I reckon that was cool. So I'm gonna have a little yarn a bit more about it to him, and it's another thing that we can talk about at work. Like
Yeah.
we can learn each other.
Yeah. Isn't it amazing? The things that we used to hate become the things that we love.
Yeah,
And the things that we used to love become the things that we hate.
yeah,
And that's scripture. That's scripture, how
it is.
and unless you go through that,
So,
you can't connect with it, eh?
Yeah, you can't, and like with what I went through, I'm starting to connect to it. So and I just want to keep connecting.
Because there was no way that Tyrone before would be sitting with a Bible.
Yeah, or sitting there talking to like I'll be there. Just that's shame.
Hey,
like,
look,
I would probably I'd run away from the building.
That's it, eh?
Yeah, but that's just not me. That would have been me and my boys that I grew up with, because that's the
Yeah. Yeah.
the self-esteem that we all pretty much shared.
Yeah, that's it.
And like, because you share everything with your brothers, like or what I said, I shared everything with them because that's all I had. And the same with them. Like we knew our parents were, they was only like at the Mish or like over West Side or whatever, but like we over this side, we doing our own thing,
Yeah.
So
That's it. It's either one or two responses, fight or flight. Which one we doing today, boys? Yeah, that's it, eh? But and just back on that, isn't it amazing to see how in only a couple of short months, bro, you now, I know you don't talk yourself up much about a follower of Jesus, but what separates people that are just churchgoers and followers of Jesus is what you're doing right now. Having the Bible open in front of workmates and stuff and not ashamed of it. And now people are modeling you.
Yeah, it's like, just don't be ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Like I'm not ashamed of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just like I say, I carry my little, like, it's ruined. Because you've seen it, so so just with like carrying it around, I think it's another way of the higher source, you want me to kind of another way of getting it out there too, besides just with me placing it there and like someone can walk past and see it, or
Yeah.
So
I've always believed, and I've been taught from my grandparents, and is that First Nations people have a natural love for others.
Yeah,
we have a natural love.
We got feelings.
Yeah.
We got a heart. We got feelings.
Yeah.
That's like, you could be a violent black belt, but I guarantee you he's got feelings. Like
everyone does.
You know what I mean. Like different. Yeah.
Yeah. And what my grandparents told us is that because of the way that they were brought up in community, you can't see a person hungry and walk past because that's your mob.
Yeah.
And like your fridge is their fridge, and
well, that's it. Like, we grew up, like where I grew up down Bellbrook, like we was in the first house, but this, like, all my cousins from this house would be like, or vice versa over there, or so like, so what was yours was theirs, pretty much.
it's an unwritten rule.
And I think that's how it is still to this day. They think like.
It's funny. We were having Bible study last Wednesday night, and Bianca walks in straight to the fridge, straight to the cupboard, make a cup of tea, got biscuits, and
we're talking about like Bianca, like, well, me and her are so close because like we only actually a few hours apart.
Yeah, that's right.
Why I call her my 20 and she calls me, but like we actually, like, she kind of like did the same thing I did, like, but she come up for holidays and like to dad's and like to my stepmom Lisa, and like same thing, she never went back. So, and look at us both now, like, and our kids.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
absolutely.
Yeah, well, you see, like, you got her too down there at, is it Avondale? Yeah.
Yep.
yeah, so my eldest daughter's like actually working with her, or like in the same like kind of company. So yeah, so she's got the kind of the like it was kind of good because that's why we are so connected because we just I think because yeah just like we was close but like just because we are so close because like our fathers are brothers and like our mothers are like second cousins.
Yeah.
So like it's just another connection like and that's what I like yeah. So she was another one that like prayed and like always give me the ups like about like God. There was actually like there was actually like a we took a trip down to like my dad's like our dad's brother's older brother's funeral and like it was me, Bianca, and my younger brother Jai and my daughter. And that's what we pretty much just talked about. We just talked about an old trip.
I've heard about this car ride, brother.
Yeah, like and like me and Jai was in the back and we were just like couldn't wait to get back to do it. Pretty much.
I like what they say. They had a captive audience.
Yeah, so like but it was one of like it was a like if God put us in that spot to have that conversation.
Because how long after that car ride did I end up in your living room?
It wouldn't have been too long.
It wasn't long,
No,
eh?
it wasn't.
And you see God working his hand at play there.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. Like, he works his ways. So you just got to be patient and, like, just keep praying.
Yeah.
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 But meaningful pray. Like, you got to make sure you mean it and, like, and
that's it,
and
eh?
stuff. So,
That's a difference, eh?
Yeah. Don't just pray for the sake of it. Like, you got to, like, actually bring it. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. So, Tyrone, there's someone listening today that, or listening to this podcast that kind of feels they're stuck where you were. They want to get out of the rut they're in. They're battling that, reaching for easy substance, like to get through that hurt, that pain. I mean, that's a whole nother podcast, that hurt and pain. You know, we should probably jump into that at one time. But for whatever cause, they're reaching out to alcohol, drugs, whatever, you know, they're hearing this and saying, where do I start?
Well, like, just, like, for me, like, to give a bit of advice, I reckon, like, people should just learn about their body. Because I'm, like, now, like, with, like, all the stuff that I look up and that, like, is about my body too. Like, because, like, being Indigenous people, like, like, we get 3 or 4 meals a day.
Yeah.
So, like, so, like when we want to food, like, you had your elders, like the women and the children, like the girls, like go and get, like, all the herbs and spices and stuff. And while the men, like, we could be out there, like, till dark time and to catch a feed. So, like, catch a kangaroo or something, to bring back to the mob to feed. So, like, that's another big part, like, just that, like, the food side of things, like, we just killing ourselves with overloading ourselves with food and all the poison and the toxins, like, which are, like, our ancestors and, like, our elders pretty much just, ate 1 meal a day. So, just learn about your body and, like, what it takes and, like, what you can properly put in it, like the right type of things and, like, so, and instead of, like, buying, like, drugs or alcohol, like, that's where all the mob money goes is drugs and alcohols and the poker machine. Like, go and like, get something research or, like, It's something to learn about.
Yeah. Yeah, that's so true.
So like, yeah, once you realise like, you know, how important your body is, you don't want to put, you won't want to put like, you know, because like, you know, just looking at my people, you can just see they full of parasites.
Yeah, full of hurt.
Yeah, because they just feeding, like, you know,
Yeah.
just feeding them. So
Yeah, I hear you.
and that's where we go wrong too in our communities. We just
So it's a starting point.
Yeah.
You got to find a starting point. You know, sometimes if we look at the long picture, it's intimidating, and it's like, oh man, look what this brother is. You know, like, but hang on, like there was a journey involved with this.
Yeah.
And it all started with one decision.
Yeah.
To make a change in one area of your life, you know.
Yeah,
And maybe that was where you lived, or
Yeah. Yeah, it was. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you know, you learn about your body. You won't want to poison it. Because you pretty much just slowly, like, you know, because being Indigenous, like, you know, we got all these problems.
yeah,
And like, you know, because internally our insides are kind of different, and like what we can consume and not. So like that's just learn about your body, and like you'll be you'll be surprised.
You know, there's some words of wisdom there, because statistics already tell us that our there's a gap with our life expectations, our health, all of that's already against Indigenous people, and then the lifestyle and so it's some good advice, bro. Just
so like all the food that you take in, like it mucks with your body and your internally in your brain and decisions and that, because it's all like, even like, you know, just with the cloud seed and the water we drink, just all just learn. That's what I mean. You learn, like, but I wouldn't have got this far if it wasn't for, like, you know, my Bible says and learning about the higher source, because he put everything here for us for free. Paying for water, paying for fruit. Like
that's episode 4.
we shouldn't be doing these things. Like, you know.
Oh, I hear you, man, loud and clear.
So like this is where like I was saying with our people, if they learn about, like, you know, the way our people used to, like, you know, look after their body.
Yeah.
And like so like I can, like I said, this is go into another episode with this, because I gotta, like, you know, I can talk about this a lot.
Yeah, absolutely. But look, I think it's been wonderful. We've touched on so many different points here, and I think we've seen a real good picture of Tyrone. You know, it's I want to commend you for coming here and sharing your perspective of, you know, speaking into mob and what it's like for someone that has never experienced any of this life. But you know what? With Christ, man, we can overcome anything.
Yeah. Well, that's like I said, I'm a proud black man, and like I just want to see just my brothers and sisters, like, do good for themselves.
Yeah.
Like, you know.
Yeah.
With their just with themselves.
Well, it's been some deadly time together, and I know that our listeners are going to be blessed to get through this episode, and we've dropped it a few times. Episode 3, episode 4, like we'll see we'll see where it all ends up. Hey, but a little hint there. Keep on watching this space. Hey, look, if you've liked this episode with Tyrone, why don't you go and hit that button, subscribe, and follow us on our socials. But until next time, Tyrone, stay deadly, brother, and keep on pushing with the Lord. You're inspiring those around you, bro.
Yeah, thank you.
God bless.
God bless.